What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Fans Hobby Red Buzzer, their version of a Masterpiece Junior Headmaster Siren. So this is the next in their line of Junior Headmasters. It is a repaint of their Ace Hitter, their version of Go Shooter. So it's basically the same transformation. So we're not going to do a transformation today. This was sent to me by Dr. Diecast, and actually it's going to be a giveaway on his group, the Transformers Exclusives, Repaints, and Customs, or ERC. So if you're interested in taking a look at that and also checking out the pictures and stuff at the group, you can join in the link in the description below on Facebook. Join that group and you can enter to win this thing. But let's take a look at this guy. He does come with some accessories here, so let's take a look at the collector's card. Red buzzer, there are his tech specs. Nice little card. You also get some stickers here, which I haven't applied yet. I don't know if I'm going to apply these, but at least on the interior, there's some stickers like on the steering wheel and stuff. Those are kind of mandatory. And then the outer ones, I guess I might leave for others. We'll see. It comes with some nice foil stickers. And here is the figure itself. Looks really cool. You got the nice tampoed fire department there with the fire logo. Headlights and fog lights. You can flip up these little headlights here. And this is an RX-7, Mazda RX-7 from back in the day. Nice little sports car. You got paint here for the intake and the fog lights. Painted rims. Those look nice. Here's the back. You got translucent red here for the tail lights and then translucent red all the way around for the glass. You can open up this to reveal the seat. And here is the Headmaster. It is basically identical. All of them have been identical. They've just been changing the paint. So the mold and sculpt of this is exactly the same. But you can see he's got some different colors. So if you fold the legs, you can get him sitting, or him, I'm not sure if it's a him or her. I think it's a him. Get it down into here, sitting in the seat, and get the arms up. You can get the arms around the steering wheel, and you can be pretending to drive or whatever. And then you can close this up, and there you go. He's inside driving around. Pretty cool. You do get some other accessories here. The two guns. And these can store down here. So there's a little peg right here on the inside of the arms where you can peg this in. So you can see there's a little slot right here on the gun. So that's just going to peg in. Let's see. Is it this way? I think it's this way. So there the guns are stored. I had to do that off camera because it was a little tricky to get them on there. But once you get down there, they're solid. They stay there. It does still roll with those on there. We have one more accessory, which is the helmet for the Headmaster. It will store in here, but you kind of need to do it before you transform it. So unfortunately, it goes back there behind him. So I'm not going to put it in there right now, but you can store this in there. But that's really it for accessories. And for a quick size comparison, there he is next to the MP-10 Optimus Prime. Fits in perfectly as a Masterpiece scaled car. Very similar to other Masterpiece cars that we've gotten in the third-party line. All right, now before we get into the robot mode, I just wanted to show the decals here. I've put them on. So there's emergency across the front, fire chief here on the side, both sides. And then if you open up the cockpit here, you got a little sticker right there. All those little details add to the look of this, so I think it's a good addition. Now, if you don't want them, you just take them off, but there you go for the decals. So let's get this transformed off camera since we've done it before on this channel. We don't need to show it again, so we'll get him transformed and we'll be right back. And there we have Red Buzzer in his robot mode. Really nice looking. The deco looks really good. You got some silver and gray detailed paint there and some black here. Nice head sculpt. It is the same head sculpt, basically identical to Ace Hitter. I like the metallic red on there. Here's the legs. Come to the back here. He has the same kibble that we had before, but it's fine. I do like that it kind of secures better than it used to. I used to have trouble with these, but the Ace Hitter mold seemed to fix that, and this is no different. It's pretty solid. Everything kind of stays where you want it to. He does come with his guns here. So these have a little tab and you can get these into the hands. And they look nice. I think they're nicely styled or nicely sculpted, I guess I would say. And they're a little, they like to pop out, but you can get the hands around it. And there you go, there he has both guns in his hands. Looks nice. No paint on them, but they are in that nice shiny black plastic. And before I forget, we do have the chest gimmick here where it shows his speed, strength, intelligence. It does actually move up as you move this down. So same gimmick as we've gotten before, but there you go for that. As far as articulation, it is the same as before, but we'll show you it. The head is on the headmaster head, so it goes down to there, up to there, rotates all the way around. Oops, and if you're not careful, you can knock his helmet off here. And you get side to side a little bit. These shoulder pieces can move up and out of the way, so you can get them, you know, kind of not hindering his arm. If you want to just move them ahead of time, you can. So shoulders go up on this joint here. It does rotate all the way around on this joint here. You have a rotation at the bicep. Single jointed elbow gets you well past 90 degrees, gets you all the way up to there. I did have some grease, or I guess lubrication, where the arm pulls down. So I guess I don't remember seeing that before. But rotation at the wrist, actually the wrist is on a swing out joint here. The thumb is on its own pin, and then the fingers are all connected together on 1-2 pins. So you can get it bent kind of like that. Don't love hands like that, but it's fine. You have a teapot action here at this joint. You have an ab crunch, but it's limited back and forth. You get more side to side. He tends to do this weird thing with his hips. It's just the way it's designed, because they're connected together at the hips. So he just is very sassy to get it in the wrong pose. But he does have that ab crunch, waist swivel, of course, at that same joint. The legs go up to there on these ball joints, back to there, out to the side. I've always said from the beginning, from Athena, which was the first use of this mold, is they shouldn't use ball joints here, because ball joints get loose over time, but it is what it is. A rotation at the thigh. You have a double jointed knee, but due to the sculpt, you're limited to 90 degrees. You have a toe tilt, ankle tilt, and then the whole piece can move, so you can move everything, just the ankle, just the toe, or just the entire piece. You can do really whatever you want there. And then the toe itself can go up and down and rotate. And for a size comparison, there it is next to the Fans Hobby Arson, their version of Pyro, which is the same mold as their version Cap, which is their cab. And then on the back here, we have the Transform Element Optimus Prime. Fits in nicely, basically the same size as their Ace Hitter, but it does look nice with the rest of the Junior Headmasters here. Final thoughts on the Fans Hobby Red Buzzer. Let's start with the positives. I think it's a good looking robot, a good version of Siren. They did a nice job with all the tempo and the details. That all looks really good. I like the use of the plastics. There's not a lot of paint on him, but where the paint's applied, it does look good. And the color of the plastics do look nice. And overall, it does, nail that look for Siren. I also think the weapons are just fine. I mean, they're the same as before. They do suit him, and they do look good. Negatives-wise, it's still got the same kibble on the back here, on the actual back and the back of the legs, but that's the same. This is kind of the fourth use of this mold. We started off with Athena, Nightwalker, and then we've had Ace Hitter, and then we have this guy here. I do think Ace Hitter and Siren are the best use of this mold. It's retooled, obviously, but it's the best use of the mold so far. I think it's the best looking. And overall, the best quality. I don't have any issues with these panels coming out. I think they've fixed that. They've made some changes here so that these doors stay locked in. So that's really nice. I like that. So if you're looking for Junior Headmasters, I think Fans Hobby has the lock on the Junior Headmasters. I don't think anybody else is going to make them. Even if they do, there's these pretty good versions here. And if you're a fan of the show, then you're probably going to want to get these guys. And this one is no exception. It's one of the better ones so far. So I do recommend it. So that's really it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.